Welcome back, everyone, to Delta Green, the game of cosmic horror that slowly, or very quickly, rends your characters' fleshes and minds to small pieces. The question is not whether your character will meet their untimely demise in the service of Delta Green. The question is how long it takes before they do. Very few Delta Green agents get to have a nice retirement, enjoy their golden years, watch their grandkids grow up. Yeah. Though we know of at least one Delta Green agent in A-Cell who is old, because you've met him, Alphonse. He's old, but he's still in the game.
Or is he?
Or is he? Yeah. It seems like it because he was giving you briefings and stuff on a thing before.
Yeah. Or is he just in an old guy suit? Did they recruit him from a retirement home? Seems like a perfect place for a recruit agent.
We can only speculate as to this, right? We can only speculate about this. So be warned, trigger warning for horrible monsters that are like body horror the thing level, medical experiments on unwilling participants, mind messiness with possible mind alterations and erasure and just mind-bending weirdness. What else have we had so far? Character death.
Men in tweed suits. Fraternities.
The men in tweed suits are the worst. I think that's the worst trigger warning right there. Because
immediate NC-17 rating.
Yes. It's like going to a college class. Without any cushion.
It's gotta be. It's even worse than an engineering class, man.
I don't know, because I've never been to one, so there's that.
They don't wear tweed suits.
Oh.
They don't wear tweed suits, man.
Why aren't they wearing tweed suits in engineering class?
They've lost so much sanity, they've gone past the tweed suit threshold.
That does sound horrifying.
They made me do Riemann sums.
In my class, we would do systems theory. How about that? No? Nobody okay. Anyway, who is with us this time?
I'm Brian, I'm playing Dr. Alex Blair.
I'm Coach, I'll be playing Agent Adrian Fallas.
I'm Corvus, and I'm playing Jareth Drystan.
I'm Harper, and I'm playing Sarah Gwin.
I'm Cal, I'm playing Jacqueline Morgan.
Look at that. It was the best presentation we've ever done. Last time, when we started the session, it was still mayhem at the ABC plant with Morrigan and Fallas inside the plant, sneaking into the secret laboratory, Lab 6, and you found an absolutely gruesome scene. A dismembered man on an autopsy table, his brain wired to machines, with his limbs and organs moving independently in specimen jars. Told you this is horror. A scientist engrossed in her work was startled by their intrusion. Morrigan restrained the scientist. They discovered another man in a plexiglass cage. Pale and deathly looking Thomas Ironshirt, who pleaded to be let out. The scientist revealed that Ironshirt and another man, Deskill, not Deskill, I don't know why my notes say Deskill here, and another man had been contaminated by a sapphire spill and brought to her. The interrogation was interrupted by 3 more armed men, led by head of security Deskill, who entered the lab, and Fallas, in a bold move, freed Thomas Ironshirt and handed him a pistol. A vicious gunfight erupted. Morrigan wounded Deskill. Ironshirt executed the scientist, and then Fallas suffered a psychotic break, seeing Ironshirt the undead man, because that's really what he is. He's pale and he's walking and he's dead. So he turned his shotgun on Thomas, blasting a hole through his chest. Ironshirt fled past the guards. They were momentarily distracted. Fallas seized the opportunity to shoot and kill. The remaining guards retreated and sealing you in the lab. You started destroying lab notes and data. Fallas got a call from Director Turner, who tried to get you a deal to surrender, which was obviously a trap, and you hung up. And then a heavily armed team stormed the lab. In the ensuing close quarters battle, both Morrigan and Fallas were brutally beaten and knocked unconscious. You awoke later, restrained in beds in a different lab, with Director Turner looming over them and demanding who you worked for. Miles away, Drystan regrouped with Blair and Gwin. Since the 3 remaining agents of Z-Cell, who are remaining at large, shall we say, uncaptured, failed to contact their 2 colleagues, they decided to retreat and report maybe the 2 lost agents to their handler Drake, or maybe not. We are back in Browning, Montana for Dead Letter Part 9. That's how long this has gone on. Is this our longest up so far? Things are complicated, y'all. And I'm not saying it's going to get even more complicated, but I am saying it's going to get more complicated. Or is it? Maybe not. Maybe everything will resolve itself easily. It's 7 a.m. on Friday, September 11th, 1998. This is when the moon is waning gibbous. So we've had full moon, like last night, basically. And Drystan, Gwin, and Blair are sitting in the motel room. And yeah, that's...
I don't suppose anyone has a how to get out of jail free card laying around?
Let me give you all an intelligence check.
Okay.
It's gonna go great.
It's still in the shower, but let's see if he has a coming to God moment.
Maybe I just yelled that at you too.
Would you look at that?
Oh.
All of our brains are working. Good.
In spite of the
We're
fatigue on
exhausted.
top of that, like, you are all in a brain fog a little bit because it's been a long night, right? Drystan has taken a swim in the river, fired an RPG for the first time since he left the service, at the very least, right?
Yep.
And
Got phased.
in the face.
No, I said got chased.
Oh yeah, you got chased, yes. But you also shot them in the face. But it wasn't the face, it was the building. But it was the right part of the building, so...
The metaphorical face.
The
because it
yes.
shut everything down.
Apparently, you don't know how you did it, but there was a lot of screaming, gnashing of teeth, and general anger inside the building, so... Good for you.
Smile.
All 3 of you, I think, will realize at the same time... It's the coffee making its way through your system, isn't it? And Morrigan isn't even here. She's lying in a bed without coffee.
Oh no, that's gonna make it worse. I'm gonna take this out on turn. Just wait until I get free, buddy.
You ain't got no coffee.
I'm gonna drink the blood from his
Yeah.
veins.
Uh-oh.
It's sucking dry of caffeine.
Not the forbidden go-go juice.
We gotta keep Lestat Morrigan contained.
All 3 of you
The coffee vampire.
have a realization at the very same time. Lynn Crystal Stone did not go to the plant at 4 in the afternoon. She did not go to the plant at midnight because you have a guy looking for her who is Red Crow, Wallace Red Crow, and he hasn't reported anything, which means that she would be going to the plant now in the morning.
Oh.
For get out of jail free card, she's gonna get into the jail free card, if you will.
Okay, so we've got a way in. Kill her and
She's
take the
got a
card.
way
But
in. That doesn't mean that you have a way in. Yeah, she has a way
we can
in.
kill her and take the card.
Just yoink her, take the card, and then figure out the rest from there. But we probably want to get rid of this exhaustion first.
Yeah.
That's not gonna happen. You need a 6-hour sleep for that.
Yeah, nap time, and then revisit this tomorrow.
Okay.
You do have a point.
Maybe burning the candle in both ends might be less than... Yeah. So you're just gonna let your friends rot inside?
We're not letting them rot. We're waiting until we're mentally able to rescue them.
Here's my thought process.
Okay, nap takers.
Oh, shut up, mister. Just slept for 10 hours after getting my ass handed to me because I wanted to storm the castle like the big brave knight I am.
And it was really cool when I did it too.
Yeah, and then there you are on the dissection table.
Yeah, it would be so cool if we saw that, but no, you had to kill all the witnesses.
Look at all this evidence. Look at it.
They have a lot of evidence in their head. Does that mean that we are all hitting the bed right now? Because
yes,
we're that tired.
If they get to take a nap, we get to take a nap.
At least my thought process is, if we go in there with our minus 20s, we're just gonna fuck everything up even more than it is. Immediately go in there, roll a stealth check, and then we all critically fail, and then we're right there with them.
I think you should get more RPGs.
See, that's my plan. Contact the military guy, get
Drake.
more rockets.
No, not just one. We need to get the launcher and like 10 rockets.
Mortars? Oh, hell
We
yeah.
could try to get whatever the frat used to blow up that pyramid. I'm saying this out of character, by the way.
Let's see now. Just
Do
to
we know
check.
what they used? Did they have a rocket launcher? Because if so, I would very much like one. Thank you.
Oh, noob.
So, let's see now. Blair, you have a bond to... Okay.
Oh, I
Not
have a
to
bond.
Talbot, obviously, because Talbot is dead.
Where am I?
But you have a bond to Morrigan, and you
Oh,
don't
no.
know if Morrigan is hurt or anything right now. Like... I guess we're not gonna roll for helplessness yet.
Wait, do I have a bond to Blair?
No,
Is
I
the
don't
bond
think so.
reciprocal?
No,
Oh
not
my god.
necessarily.
Oh, one-sided.
Also,
Oh my
Blair
God.
is also adapted to helplessness, so as long as a bond
Ew.
doesn't suffer permanent harm, she doesn't care. Like, or learns that her bond has been killed. She's only gonna take sanity loss if Morrigan is dead or permanently harmed.
I'm probably going to like come back from this missing like a few fingers and an eyeball, but it'll be fine.
This is entirely
Because
possible.
I'm gonna take my money's worth from that man.
Oh. Tristan will also have the same problem there with Morrigan, by the way, because Tristan also has a problem with Morrigan. Yeah.
What is with y'all having bonds with Morgan? She does not care about you.
I don't
That
know.
Sounds like a you problem, as it were. Or their problem, as it were. Yeah. Meanwhile, in a certain place, which is in fact inside the ABC plant, it's not been an easy day for Turner, let's just say. At least not this morning, as you're... Even if he's asking you questions... For both Morrigan and Fallas, the first thing you will notice is that the pain, instead of being pain, is an echo of pain. It's there, technically, a distant sort of nervous response. Your nerve endings are tingling, but it's behind a wall of cotton. The morphine. That was weird. But it's like what your brain is doing right now. A wall of cotton between you and the world. Even the panic that should come with the fact that you are this level of drug. This goes for Fallas too, of course. It just has to wade through syrup to reach your brain. Light is pressing down on your eyelid. It's white, clinical, unwavering. Someone is singing somewhere. The ceiling is a grid of fluorescent panels, too clean to be real. Somewhere nearby, there's a monitor that keeps time with a steady, indifferent beep. Your bodies don't answer right. Trying to turn your arms, your head, you can only get about a fraction of an inch before something tugs at you. You have restraints, wide nylon, very practical. Your hands are heavy. You can't really decide if you're feeling your fingers or not. Morrigan might distantly remember that they caved your skull in, which is a thought that arrives without panic. It's like reading a report, if you will. Your mouth, Morrigan, tastes like pennies and plastic with a too big tongue. Fallas, you're coming through the surface from a blackout. It's a collection of fragments snapping into place. First the beep, the hiss of oxygen, the muted scrape of shoes on linoleum beyond the door, bitter chemical chalky film on your tongue. Trying to pull a deep breath, you catch it halfway. You have some bruised ribs in there. Yeah, the spray of red and gray, the sickening ease of the shotgun's recoil, it plays in the back of your memory, but you're too drugged to vomit to any of this. The first thing we want to check for both of you, because you have been in combat and it has been bad, is just how damaged have you been? I want both of you to roll a Constitution ×5 check. Please. That's a failure for Fallas. How about Morrigan?
One moment.
Yes, please.
Okay.
Good for you, Matt Morrigan. You do not actually suffer from a permanent injury, even though you were hit that hard in the face. Fallas, however, doesn't have.
Just built different.
Yeah, just built different. This is you're a lioness, aren't you? Fallas.
That bones of steel.
Exactly. It's you and the Wolverine. Fallas, however, you have suffered a permanent injury to something. Now, in rules as written, I decide a stat to be permanently reduced by the number on the lowest 10-sided die of the failed Constitution roll, which in this case is a 0. Wow, okay, never mind. You don't actually lose anything if a 0 is a 0 to a minimum score of 3. Yeah, so Fallas is in fact a very lucky man because you rolled a 0, right? Or unless that counts as a 10. I think it counts as a 0 though, doesn't it?
We would hope so.
Yeah. So the first time in this campaign we get a permanent injury, and it actually isn't a permanent injury. It's just a really bad scar to something.
Got
Well,
a big,
that was a close one.
like a big dent in the back of your head.
Something like that, absolutely. In your very muddled state, you will notice that there is, in fact, a security guard standing in your room, watching you guys right by the door. And quietly, you don't recognize his face. You have no idea if he was one of the people who bashed you hard or not. I think I'm gonna give you minus 40 on all skill checks at the moment because, let's face it, you are in pain, you're restrained, you probably are not properly rested, and you have all the morphine in your body right now. You are just that muddled in the head. Which, I don't know. Morrigan, what is Morrigan's first sort of conscious thought? You need to actually work a little bit to have thoughts, but you can have thoughts. Ever so blurry ones.
Oh, that son of a bitch.
Ah, that's a son of a bitch. Yep.
That's a son of a bitch.
Yeah. Just lying there, getting your head ever so slightly up from the pillow and then back again. Fallas, do you have a conscious thought at all?
I'm gonna look at the guard, and I'm gonna say, "Hey, buddy."
Yeah,
Oh my lord.
the guard is just staring at you with daggers. The guard is equipped with a sidearm and a shotgun, and standing with a shotgun sort of braced against the shoulder, just in case you get any stupid ideas.
You know
Also-
what would be fun?
Okay,
That shotgun became mine.
that would be fun. All it takes is
I
getting
would
out
like
the
to feel.
restraints, not being drugged out of your ears, and yeah, I'm sure it's gonna be-
Easy.
Yeah, easy.
You said he looks
It'll be
upset.
mine.
With your human right now, you could always try, but there's a chance that Fallas will just think that he thought it was a funny joke and not realize that he was sneering at you with the glowing hatred of 1,000 suns.
But yeah, seeing the staring daggers, I'll be like, "Oh, what's wrong? Did I kill one of your friends?"
You really want to provoke this guy to do something stupid, don't you?
Come on. Get closer so I can bite you.
Arr.
I'm not gonna bite you.
You rolled double question marks. That's a botch.
No, it's not a botch. He just says, "Fuck you."
I'll act a little upset by that. Oh.
Yeah.
And then I'll make a show of turning my head the other way.
Yeah, this particular expletive came from his toes all the way through his body and out his mouth. It was a very emphatic expletive.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah. If you want to sleep to get rid of any exhausted condition, that is not going to be a problem. You can, whenever you want to sleep, you just surrender to the morphine and you're going to be asleep. So.
I think beforehand I will go ahead and examine the room. You said we're both in the same room with the guard, right?
You are indeed. Why don't we roll a search check, because that's what we're trying to do. You do have a minus 40 on it, but who knows?
Is it a search or is it alertness?
No, search right now, because I'm guessing that you were trying to find anything that your head can grasp onto that might lead to clue of some kind. Look at that! Fallas he might be muddled by the morphine, but he's still able to take a few things in. It's gonna take a while because you need to get the thoughts to fit together and the puzzle pieces keep slipping a little bit. But you have nothing but time at the moment, it seems. What does even time and space matter in this place and with these drugs in your body? There's a clock and it has 2 hands on it, and you can't remember if the hours is the long or the short hand. It's just... But you can figure out that you are in fact probably on the ground floor based on the setup here, this looks very much like a remodeled lab, except they've put up like separating walls. So you can't even see the whole room, and the windows have been covered by tarp.
Okay.
Actually, it's black garbage bags that they have duct tape over the windows to, I guess, confuse you, but Fallas's muddled mind will remember that the upstairs admin building had only offices and stuff and conference and whatnot, and those conference rooms were in the middle, so they wouldn't have had windows, so this should be on the ground floor.
Okay, cool. So it's good news. We got a window, we got a ground floor, and you said I was looking around for something that I might be able to feasibly reach. I don't suppose there's anything I can slide under my palm and maybe use a lockpicking attempt when I wake up from a nap, huh?
No, that would have been too stupid.
Too easy.
You burn
no
loose
loose,
place.
no like
Whoever
loose
runs this
screw
place-
under the clamp of the restraint or anything like that.
Yeah, no, Turner runs this place, and you've definitely hit him where it hurt with your little explanation.
Good.
But
Should not have left me alive.
He will know that you managed, by now, he must know, that you managed to break in through several layers of security, which is not easy to do. So your ability to handle locks and barriers is obviously formidable. You are not two local hobos trying to smash a window and do a smash and grab of a VCR and a TV and a home computer. You are expert corporate espionage people, clearly. Whatever you are, you're professionals. So he's not going to leave paperclip where you can reach it. So for now, you are stuck where you are, but at least you have some sense of where you are. There is no siren going on. The klaxon is turned off as well. And from what you can see from behind as much as they did the work on the garbage bag and the window, there might just be one or two little cracks where daylight shows through. Gives you a little bit of orientation too.
So there's not really too much else I can do outside of antagonizing this guy or taking a nap at this point. So I might also find myself labeled as a nap taker.
A nap taker, yeah. We're all nap takers around here. Except for Z-Cell, the rest of Z-Cell, who is in fact in the motel room. As you are getting ready to take a nap, who of you gave their card to Wallace Redcrow?
Might have been me, because I'm the one whose boss actually knows I'm part of Delta Green.
And I'm not talking Drake here, I'm talking the detective, local detective Redcrow. You remember him when you went to visit Lynn Crystal Stone? Even as you are prepared to go to bed, the phone rings.
Oh my god, what?
Oh my god, what? Is that how you treat nice NPCs who are trying to help you? No, it's not. Or maybe...
I'm so sorry. What do you have for us, Mr. Redcrow? Is that better?
Yes, much better. Yeah, Redcrow calls.
Oh.
Wake up.
And it's... Yeah, what do you say on the other end of the line?
Any updates on Lynn Crystal Stone?
It was a long night, let's just say. She didn't do much in her trailer, I'm happy to say. And she just left, and I'm trailing her, going towards the ABC plant. Say, any news on that front? He does not know that you guys went in. And he doesn't know that you have surveillance. As far as he doesn't know that you have surveillance on the plant. But he does know that you're involved with the case. It's not out of his way to ask.
All good here. Yeah. good here? We haven't seen anything. Why do you ask?
Just curious.
Does he know about what happened?
You don't know if he knows.
Does he know we do? Do we know he knows that we know? He knows. Do the know of he we who?
See, I know, and I know, I know, and I know type thing going on.
Yeah. So how circular is this knowledge we've got going on? What role is that?
I think it's a human, honestly. Yeah, let's go with that.
May I?
You may.
I don't know shit.
Nope. Nothing at all. So, what, if anything, are you going to tell him?
I'll get over here, honestly. Stayed up last night because we heard something strange, but aside from that, yeah, a bit tired, honestly.
That's understandable. Yeah, I wouldn't mind going for a nap myself. I just been following Crystal Stone here at a distance, just to see her off to the plant, and then I'll head off. Will you take over surveillance of the plant while she's in there?
Yeah, sure.
Sounds good. She should be there in 20 minutes or so.
Sounds good.
Alright. Take care of yourselves.
Thank you.
I'll
You too.
call if there's anything else.
Got it.
Well then, nap time for almost everyone, isn't it?
Yep.
And I am going to be super nice and say that you are no longer exhausted, those of you who are in fact sleeping in the motel. But before we get into that part, we are going to check things out with our friends in the lab, who are also taking a nap and will no longer be exhausted, just really drugged. Very drugged. That's how we roll around here. And because Fallas, you reached a breaking point during the night, didn't you? And you had a temporary insanity situation, so it was all of the horrible things at once.
Yeah, I do believe you're correct.
I do believe I am. So this means you're going to develop a bond to Delta Green agents, as it were. So, each time someone in your agent's Delta Green team undergoes a catastrophic event, there's a chance your agent develops or deepens bonds with his or her teammates. A team member suffers temporary insanity, gains a new disorder, is incapacitated by injuries, or dies. So, the two of you have gone through all of these things, haven't you? Together. I want both Morrigan and Fallas to roll a D100, please. For your sanity. It's a sanity check.
I said we should wait. Okay.
Fallas. Let's see now. Yeah, you're both fine, apparently.
You're very sane.
You are not developing new bonds. You have not trauma bonded. Though, let's see now. We had... That was what... Morrigan only has to roll the once because of your 0 hit points. I want Fallas to roll twice more because you both gained a disorder and had temper insanity. So let's see if you actually don't develop a bond to Morrigan. You had... There was a lot for Fallas last night. It was
total or 3 times total?
3 times total, yeah. So two more.
Jeez.
It was a long night for Fallas.
Oh no.
I'll do it. Consider us bonded.
Roll again. Let's see how bonded you are.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, very, apparently. Yeah. Okay, so Fallas will develop a bond to Morrigan. It's a thing that goes on in this group, isn't it? Like, everybody bonds with Morrigan sooner or later.
Everybody with Eddie.
Yeah, and Morrigan doesn't care. So, let's see now. You gain a new bond with each Delta Green teammate present for that disaster, and increases any bonds that were already there. For each teammate with whom your agent doesn't already have a bond, the fail test adds a new individual bond. Its value is half your agent's charisma. Your agent immediately loses a d4 points from one other non-Delta Green bond of your choice, if you have any left. So, I guess that is Frank Lawrence, your former partner.
Yeah.
This is going hard, isn't it? So, roll a d4. Let's see what happens to poor Lawrence. If anything. Do you have any other bonds? Nope!
God, dude.
Okay. Then, we're in the spiral here, folks. We're in the spiral. Yeah, so you have maxed out the possible bond you can have with Morrigan, which is a 3 because your charisma is that low. You have lost another bond, which, as it happens, you know, when a bond goes down, that is sanity lost for helplessness. So, a bond score is reduced to 0. Roll sanity again. Boom! Here we go! Fallas has had 24 hours out of this world. Yeah. You don't actually go into any type of shock again over it, because you don't lose 5 sanity points, you lose only 4. Yay. You get your first check mark for adapted to helplessness. Isn't that good? Yeah.
Yippee.
Great.
When Fallas comes out of the morphine, I think all the emotions will come crashing in at once. Just all of them. And when we go to the next downtime scene, we're gonna have to, if Fallas survives,
He's gonna start crying, bro.
We're gonna have to have a scene where Fallas breaks his bond with Lawrence by, I don't know what, ghosting him or doing something bad and just telling him bad things. Just insulting him in the worst possible way. Something happens.
No crossing, okay.
The next question here is, because you're going to get yourself a disorder, of course. The question is, will you have a disorder from violence or from the unnatural? Or both? You only gain the one, because you only have hit the breaking point once. So you have to decide if you want violence or unnatural.
Let's do the unnatural, since that was the pushing factor, essentially.
Yeah, that makes sense. It was bad. I'm just going to post this into our chat here, Discord chat, so you can make a decision on which one of those. It's basically amnesia, depersonalization disorder, depression, dissociative identity disorder, fugue, megalomania, paranoia, or sleep disorder.
I got fused. Very good.
We're gonna go with megalomania.
A fun one.
Oh no.
That's an interesting choice.
The whole I am God. I think it's par for the course. You've been blowing holes in so many bodies.
Yeah,
With that
you're just
shotgun,
fine. You're just fine. If you lose 2 plus sanity check, 2 plus in any sanity check, in any sanity roll, you get an acute episode where you will just think that you are the master of the universe, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
That's fine. In
I
your,
remember having sanity. Did I start it with 70 sanity? What happened?
yeah,
Yeah.
that was then. This is now. You joined Delta Green. That's what happened. You don't dream
get used
like
to it.
you used to. The morphine takes the edges off, but it doesn't make the center any less sharp of your dream. You're standing in the second floor hallway again, except it's longer now, impossibly long, stretching on like a gun barrel. The fluorescent lights above you don't flicker, they obey. Each one turns on only when you look at it, a perfect ripple of illumination following your gaze. The air smells like disinfectant and spent powder. Somewhere far away, an alarm is ringing, but it's asking permission. Am I allowed to ring? You have your shotgun in your hands. But it's not the old shotgun. This is heavier, sleeker, engraved with your initials, like it was always meant to be yours. When you work the action, the sound is satisfying in a way that makes your chest filled with heat. The hallway is empty, absolutely without a doubt that every door is hiding someone waiting for you to give the order.
You said I'm dreaming differently than normal, though?
Yeah, because you've never had a dream like this before,
Okay.
where you are just taking over everything. You are in charge. It's almost like your subconscious is trying to tell you something. Something broke in your subconscious.
I can break these cups!
Yep. Observe that you will not be megalomaniac all the time. It's just when you lose a couple of sanity points when it kicks in. So, normally you'll be able to function just
I
fine.
was not strong enough to break the cups.
Oh, okay. Your acute episodes they're fine now. You're fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought since I just lost even more sanity. this
Oh,
would-
that's gonna. Yeah, but it's not an acute episode. What? You lost 4. You're right. You lost 4 points to helplessness. So when you wake up and you're realizing just the shock of the helplessness of what everything has come, that's when you get it. That's when you go straight into a megalomaniac episode. You're absolutely right. That is hilarious. Thank you, sir. We will play that out. But first, our 3 agents in the motel room will wake up at around noon to the phone ringing again, Gwyn.
For the love of God, who wants my attention now? Tristan, get up.
Wow.
I will drag you by the feet out of this hotel room and leave you on the asphalt in the parking lot if you don't get the fuck up now. Yes, who is it?
No, have you given him your real names? I don't know.
The detective?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
mine.
All right. So, is this Gwyn?
Yep. This is she.
Red Crow here. I've been trying to call you. I tried to call you a couple of hours ago, but I guess you slept through the
I
call.
called it.
Well, here's the situation. Something I think has went down at the plant. Don't know exactly what. Don't know how, when, during the night, at some point. There's some buzz. That's all I can say right now. I know. It seems like the night shift was not released. They weren't allowed to go home. And I wouldn't be surprised if your missing guy wasn't involved in some way. Do we want to connect over this in some kind of way?
Yeah.
As far as I know,
might
nobody's in trouble in there, like a certain person we talked about together before. But yeah.
We're bored now.
It might be best if we meet to discuss this. This sounds like something that could throw a wrench into our plans.
It's possible.
When would be a good time to meet?
Lunch?
Sounds good. Any place you'd recommend?
Sure. He'll give you a place he recommends.
Hey,
Be there in an hour?
Yep.
Alright. It's your breakfast, you guys.
I love lunch for breakfast.
Yay.
I believe you do.
Just wake up, Blair.
I'm
We have
up.
to meet someone.
You're all fine.
Oh,
You're not
boy.
even exhausted anymore. You've slept for a good 6 hours. It's all fine.
Nap, you still wake up just a bit groggy and tired. Sure, the exhaustion will go away, but you still wake up a bit tired.
That's fair. Still no trace of your friends. I guess you think of them as friends. Colleagues? Two of you think of Morrigan as a super important friend, like one of your closest friends. Like she gets you. She knows what you've been through. She's in there. Or dead already. You don't know.
Get to them. We'll save them or not.
Eventually. We'll get around to it
Yeah.
eventually.
Rush in there blindly, we just die.
Yeah. It's not gonna help anybody if all 5 of us are on dissection beds.
Dissection beds? That's so scary.
Oh, I don't want to be there.
I don't like no, I'm not gonna continue that because we take out context so bad.
You need your sneaky guys. You need your sneaky guys. Otherwise, how you gonna do some sneaking?
Exactly. So we've
Yeah.
got to be ready to sneak in to get our sneaky guys back.
My next character only has 10 stealth. Keep that in mind.
Oh no.
I'm gonna be honest.
I'm
Gonna be honest, my next character.
Gonna
Gonna be honest, my next character is 0 stealth because I haven't made them yet.
Mine's gonna be a giant nerd.
Look, I'm just saying,
Mine's
if
gonna have-
Sarah dies this episode, I'm making a character named Balbit.
My name is
I think-
Hargrim, son of, and I'm the brother of Bargrim.
Balbit, son of Talbot.
My God.
Red
My
Crow
food-
at the restaurant, at the diner. And yeah, he's gonna. You can all order your own stuff, but he'll pick up the tab, it's fine. And as he looks at the 3 of you, I think he might pick up that there is 3 of you, as it were.
Yes.
How much are we trying to hide the fact that 2 of you are in fact gone? Like,
I don't
There were
think
only
he met
3
you.
last time. Yeah. We've never
Yeah.
met.
Yeah.
That's
He only
fair.
met 3
You
of
only-
us.
Yeah, okay, that's fair. That's a good point. See, I don't need coffee, you do. Yeah, so yeah, Red Crow is sitting there and he's, yeah. There's coffee available as well, obviously. What do we got? He says, leaning back a little bit. As far as I know, I don't really have much. All I have is a feeling that something is wrong. They're hiding something again. That's about as far as I have right now. It's just been some chatter over their airways. It's not been anything terribly serious, at least not yet. But
Surely this is a disturbing the peace thing? People could be dead. You can't just overlook something like that where they're keeping people back.
company property. If there is something that violates a tribal or federal law, then definitely we would have reason to enter there, but that would include... Technically, I am on the burglary. I deal with burglaries, so if someone burgles the place, I'm allowed to look into that, but...
Do we have confirmation? Sorry.
Let's just say that my boss wouldn't like it too much. Something about the ABC donations to the Widows Fund and the various charities associated with the tribal police.
So they're getting paid off.
They are.
Lovely corruption.
Look. Yes, he says, and he just looks at you, Tristan. But here's the thing. ABC is one of the biggest employers in town. If something were to go down there, a lot of people will lose their livelihood. It would be a calamity for this community. And nobody wants that.
Do we have confirmation that the people inside want to stay inside?
I have confirmation of absolutely nothing because I have no probable cause to call them at this stage.
Then they are in violation of the 14th Amendment, and we have every right to go in there and free the people they're keeping back.
If they are not allowed to communicate with people outside, yeah. But do we have proof of that?
Do we know that people walked in and haven't come out yet?
We know that people have... Yeah, we know that. We know that I suspect I've done a little bit of sleuthing during the morning, and it seems to me like some folks who were on the night shift haven't come back home, but so far, like the relatives, there's a little bit of worry. All I have right now is that they didn't come back from the night shift. I don't have anything else.
Then we should try to get into contact with them, and if not, then we can kick in the 14th Amendment and the door. Unless there is a tribal law sitting around somewhere about when something becomes a disaster zone. Then we could also use that. That might be a bit easier to use, but...
Yeah, it is they're dealing with biohazards, and if they need to contain something, then we, I suppose they would be following company procedure, and they could deny people the right to exit because of the risk of spread of contaminants. I only know they do meds up there, that's all, pharmaceuticals.
But then they'd still have to let them inform their families and whatnot that they will not be coming home so that they do not raise concern with anyone.
And that's still a violation of the 14th Amendment. So.
Well, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah, I talked to a couple of relatives during the morning here, and apparently HR have been calling and said that there was like an on-site security incident. They've started some kind of standard safety protocol, and they're doing head counts and decontamination checks, which is standard operating procedure. Apparently, they'll be coming home soon, is all we know.
But that begs the question: why is it HR calling and the people themselves not calling? That's the issue here. That's all the probable cause we have, because HR shouldn't be making home calls like this.
And we don't have confirmation of life from anybody.
We don't.
But if they're willing to file a missing persons report, then maybe we can get somebody to step in.
Yeah. Again, I wouldn't hold my breath for the next couple of hours, though, because, again, nobody wants to lose their jobs. And right now, I don't know if the relatives and their families are more worried about a possible safety protocol violation or their family members being missing. Yeah, as far as I know, what I hear is they only have so many phones out there, so it would be like maybe the phones are down because I don't know.
Personal phones.
Personal phones out here? He looks at you. What do you think? This is some kind of big city?
Surely the facility itself has some sort of cell service.
Not to my knowledge, but I've never been out there. Not in that capacity. It might, but that would be for the director, not for the janitor.
Surely the janitor also needs a way to check in with everybody.
You come from big cities. Everybody has a phone nowadays, huh? We're selling pages
More or
out
less.
here. Pages and landlines. That's what we're on at here. And walkies. For the ranchers, obviously, they have radios, but yeah, we don't have that kind of fancy tech out here. I'm not saying nothing is wrong out there. I'm just saying that we don't have enough to go on to make it official yet.
And your people are too scared to get off of their asses. Yeah, got it.
Absolutely they are.
And it's pathetic, and I hope you understand that.
Oh, of course it is. But I hope you understand that we have hundreds of people depending on their income from that place, and they don't want to lose it. We're talking.
But do you want blood money or honest money? That's the question.
Money's money when people are hungry, Drystan. We could try lighting.
Yeah.
I'd rather starve.
We could try lighting a fire under their ass, proverbially. We could contact some student paper, get them to pick up the story. What do you know? Now you've got 15,000 self-righteous people now at the gates of this building demanding answers.
Huh. Oh, I like how you think. The community's not good how you think, but I like how you think. Having a bunch of out-of-towners here, putting their nose into our business. Let's just say that those students are not going to be appreciated by the locals, but that seems like a student's problem, not mine.
Students with a vested interest in writing this down.
Right. Yeah. Why not?
We could try calling some local universities. Some friends, too. See what we can draw up.
You do you, he says. You do you. As long as you don't... Just be aware of the hornet's nest. My senses are telling me that, or my intuition, maybe, is telling me that someone has poked a hornet's nest in there somehow. I wouldn't be surprised if it's the guy you're looking for. But I guess we'll find out when Lynn comes back, if she does, in, what is it, like 5-ish or so p.m.? Looks at the clock. Yeah, about 5 hours now.
The benefit is that if this becomes a missing person or a kidnap case, especially with an out-of-towner with no vested interest in keeping this company afloat, then it becomes the FBI's prerogative. And it gets out of your hands. Or their hands.
Yep.
So. We can make some calls. Would you mind telling us what information you'd like us to give to them? Just enough to get them all fired up and interested.
Some kind of standard security drill? That might not be a standard security drill. Some kind of... more than I think, in this case. Like, we have agreed on, he says. And he's definitely chosen a booth that is, like, furthest into the diner so that you're far away from anyone else. You're telling me that the plant is involved in something shady having to do with chemicals.
All biomedical companies are.
Biohazard, right?
Yes.
Illegal biohazard stuff.
Yes.
I wouldn't be surprised at all. And this safety protocol routine inspection they're running, I don't think it's a standard safety protocol routine exercise that they're running. I think something happened. I think they're hiding something again.
Out of character, would the explosion have caused like a column of smoke?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so if someone were to drive by, they would have noticed that, right? That it's not just...
It's 30 kilometers away from Browning, so you have to get closer to see it.
Yeah.
You're not going to see it from town.
Yeah, but like we could drive by and reasonably reasonably assume that it's not just a regular shutdown.
But by now, the column of smoke will be gone because the fire's been put out.
But I guess it's reasonable to assume that somebody could have seen it and known that. I'm just looking for a way that
it's not impossible. The column of smoke would have risen at like 2 a.m., which means that very few people would have seen it because it was in the middle of the night. Would it have still been around at 7 or 8 when the sun comes up? I think they would have had ample time to put out any fires by then.
I'm just trying to think whether or not
there might be a rumor somewhere from a rancher who was out at night and checking things, so there might be something spreading.
I'm just trying to figure out if I can, explain how Sarah would know that shit went down outside of what Red Crow is telling her. Because she knows there was an explosion.
Yes.
But...
how can I plausibly know that there was an explosion?
Yeah.
If I wasn't there?
Yeah. Because she's gonna go... Because what my plan is right now is have her call a bunch of local university newspapers and give them that information. So if you've got 5 newspapers saying there was an explosion and the one source is her, and people start asking questions, she's going to want to be able to say, oh, I heard a strange noise in the middle of the night, got up and saw the column of smoke.
She could always say that she was camping. She's not the only person doing this. The only reason outsiders come to Browning is to go hiking in the Rockies and in the landscape, because it's a pretty good place for that. There's definitely... It's not when you were in Vermont, which was a ski resort and everything like that, or at least trying to become a ski resort, so on. But still, the Rockies are not that far off, and Montana, it's perfect wilderness tourism, and it's early September. Retirees, 65-year-olds, they just retired from work, their kids are working, their grandkids are in school, they have nothing to do at home. They can go for a hike in Montana before the snow comes. Having some people out here hiking is not weird.
Yeah. So yeah, she could probably come up with some sort of plausible excuse as to why she knows that there was an explosion and this is not just a normal...
Alright, so she's gonna tell Red Crow this. Is that it?
No, he knows, because she already told him that she didn't know what was going on.
Very well. So we're gonna tell Dwight or students.
Yes, the students will hear of the explosion. Red Crow will not.
Very well.
Don't mind me, I'm just looking up universities in Montana. Ooh, one of them's an agricultural college.
Are we cackling? Oh, I hear the
Yes,
cackling.
we're cackling. We're cackling, yes.
I hear cackling, that's what I hear.
Look, I'm just saying, agricultural universities love the environment.
Yes, obviously.
I think we could probably find a few newspapers willing to pick up the story, maybe?
Alright, we're gonna talk to newspapers. That's what I'm hearing. Let's go.
Yep, let's go.
What is a good newspaper in Browning? There has to be one.
Let me look up something. University. First, she's going to call the MSU Exponent, the Montana State University student newspaper.
That makes sense, because that is not a Blackfeet land.
Yep. And it's staffed by students at an agricultural college.
Yes! Alright, let's go. Now I need to think about what student might be answering the call, because there will be one. It is here. This is Friday afternoon, so there's definitely someone staffing this place. So, Gwin, yeah, you're calling
Yeah.
a student at the staff, and a student is picking up on the other side. Student Union Gazette. SUG. There you go.
I've got a tip for a story if you're willing to listen.
Sure.
There is a biomedical company by the name of ABC on Blackfoot land that had an explosion happen on its premises last night. Nobody has been seen leaving the building since. Nobody knows if the people inside are still alive, and it's quite possible that they are leaking even more chemicals into the nearby lake than usual.
Hold on. Could you wait a minute? Where is this? Hold. I'm grabbing a pen here. It's cackling. Wait a minute. Your persuade is terrible. Are you sure you're?
I'm not trying to persuade shit. I'm just giving her a story.
You are, but it has to sound like a probable one.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna say that whoever does this needs to persuade the person on the other side. So is it gonna be Gwyn who makes the call, or is it gonna be Blair who makes the call?
Oh no.
Because Gwyn has the persuasive capacity of a turtle.
Yes.
Turtles might be very persuasive. I don't know. I don't know.
I've
why
never
I said turtles.
Turtles never persuaded me of anything. Then again, that could just be a very persuasive turtle.
It's persuaded me to look them up before. I love turtles.
Blair, what's your persuade?
46.
Please make the call. I am begging you.
Okay, then yeah, Blair would have just said the exact same thing.
All right, roll your persuasion check.
Oh!
Oh God!
Oh.
It succeeds by 1. Look at you go. Blair is on the case. So yeah, you're gonna hear the student at the other end starting to jot down details. Okay, when was this? Where's the address? How do we get there? And yeah, and before you hang up, boss, I got something here. You might want to have a look at this. Click.
And down the list we go.
Oh my gosh. How many
Right.
are we calling?
2 or 3, maybe. Not to mention Dwight, but I have a feeling Dwight might just be an update for Dwight, not trying to get him on the story or anything.
Dwight he has an interview with Turner next week, remember? He has an interview.
Oh no.
Yeah, he's coming on Monday, in fact, to talk to
What day is it?
Turner. It's Friday.
Might as well update him of the situation. Anyway, yeah.
It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be completely and totally fine. Or was it Tuesday? I don't remember. It might have been Tuesday. Yeah. Anyway.
Let Dwight loose with his really annoying questions on Turner.
You love it, don't you?
Oh, I do. I love watching someone be the menace instead of me.
Give me a gun and a rocket launcher, and you'll see a menace.
Oh no.
Yeah, but you don't have the interviewing capacity I'm looking for.
I can do something to make the interview plausible.
I want to see if Dwight gets disappeared after asking about the explosion.
Saves me a lot of work.
All right. Speaking of saves you a lot of work, inside the lab. You are now in the lab, aren't you guys? You are the labsters, as it were. You've had a good morning's sleep. You are not exhausted, but you are still very much on various medicines to keep you sedated, as it were. That actually reminds me of something. Since you are so sedated, let's see now. You have a plus 20% to a SAN to repress an acute episode of a disorder, Fallas, because you are so hopped up on stuff.
Ah, very cool.
Yeah, But you still rolled a 77 for that critical failure, so that is actually a failure by 5. Very sad. You also have a minus 20 on all skill and stat tests because you are... I think it's still a minus 40, honestly, because you don't have a regular dose in your body. You have more than regular. They make sure that you are very woozy. Maybe that means that you actually have even more. So maybe I'm going to be nice enough to say that you don't take... You can repress the acute disorder then, so you don't actually trigger the megalomania immediately. You lose the sanity, but without triggering the megalomania, because you are that hopped up on drugs. Everything is just too soft for you right now. It's just
Cool.
nice and cozy, and it's just good. We're all good here. We're nice. You're nice. Morrigan is nice. The guard is nice. Everything is nice and soft and cuddly. And look, here comes a nice guy in a doctor's coat. He's probably nice too, isn't he? He must be nice, right? Because he's coming here and being nice.
You'd think he would have to be.
I think he would have to be, yeah. Yeah, Fallas, Morrigan, you will see this man coming into your room. And he has a white lab coat. He's what? Late 20s? He's young. He's 30 or so. And when we compare that to your own ages, I think both of you are... Well, yeah, you're both older than him, clearly. But he has like a stethoscope and everything around his neck and so on. So he's coming in and checking your charts and nodding towards the guard and has the clipboard. He just something to the guard about Turner wants these two stable and transportable. If they crash, your incident gets 10 times louder, so just let me do my job. And he goes to the beds, and he checks your pupils with a pen light. He checks a bandage with his hands. He glances at the IV drip rate. He reads the monitor. And let's see, he's going to... Okay, Fallas has now a charisma of 3. At this particular moment, don't you? Actually, I think you're
Correct.
back up to a charisma of oh no, you are at a charisma of 3 forever now. Because everything has been going so pear-shaped. So, weirdly, Morrigan is the charismatic one of these two. And you have a charisma of 4. Everything is just sad. Okay. I want both of you to roll a human, but because of your
Lord of mercy.
drug situation, you're gonna have a minus 40 because of...
I'm failing this human.
What was that?
My human is only 24.
So you can roll a 0-1. It's always a possibility. Or not.
No.
Ho! Fallas! Through the mists of morphine, you will notice that this doctor is strangely nervous, keeps glancing over to the guard, as if he's scared of the guard. He's fingering things, he's fidgety, he wants to connect. He wants to talk to you. He's looking for the moment when the guard is yawning or looking away. There's a new guard there now. They have shifted out guards because they can't sit there for 12 hours straight. I mean, they can, but... Yeah, he's trying to connect with you in some way, but he's also really scared of the guards.
Huh. Okay. With that being the case, I'm gonna see if I can like eyeball towards Morrigan, and I'm gonna see if I can't distract the guard and keep him busy for a second while he pretends to examine Morrigan.
Sounds good. Let's go with, what are we doing, a persuade thing? Or just tearing really hard at your bonds, or... What?
I feel like a persuade would probably, not very likely, but probably my best option.
Yeah.
Actually, no. Fair enough. I am going to start struggling at my bonds.
Alright.
Just pass or fail, that's something he has to worry about, regardless of whether or not I'm trying to persuade him.
That makes sense. That makes sense. Of course, you don't have anything to use to unpick them, but that's not the point. The point is to just...
Yeah, I'm just rolling a strength check I can break these cuffs.
And, nope. You cannot. The guard is distracted. He is looking at you. And that is the moment this man has to look at Morrigan. Don't talk, he whispers. If you understand me, blink twice, he says to Morrigan. And then he's checking reflexes on you.
Blink twice.
Who are you with? Police or the magazine?
Probably do a sign that says... What do we even put here? I ain't gonna say nothing.
Okay. Did you come here because of the package? Are you saying anything? I can't get you out right now, but I can keep you alive, and I can get you a window. If you're not here to kill me, I can help you leave.
Alright. I'll blink twice again.
He nods. He's gonna slip something into your hand. It's a small paper. And then he just stands up. Before he stands up, he says, "Play stupid, play weak. Let the drugs do their job. If you start acting brave, they'll stop treating you like patients." And then he stands up. "Vitals are stable. Keep them restrained. No stimulation. If either one spikes a fever, call me immediately." "Sure, Doc." And then he walks out again. The guard is sitting on a chair at this point. It's not standing around. It's just so boring to watch two very medicated people lying in a doctor's bed, and nothing else is happening. Morrigan, what are we making of this? It's hard for you to talk to Fallas while the guard is standing by, but I don't know. What are we making of this?
I'm thinking in my head, and I'm plotting.
You're plotting. Okay.
I'm plotting. And I'm like, okay, these motherfuckers left me alive. Or to make sure they regret not killing me. But I'll do what the doctor says for now.
The paper has some writing on it. Vents in Hall B open from maintenance. something. A sliver of something. Of course, now you guys need to get out of the bonds, and whoever that guy was, he didn't think of that, did he?
We'll handle that.
What was that?
I'm sure we'll find a way.
I'm sure you'll find a way. Meanwhile, in Browning...
Yes. I wish to keep informing semi-local student newspapers of the goings-on. Or at least getting Blair to call people to inform them of the goings-on.
Yep. I'm sure you do. It's gonna be afternoon now, late afternoon. You've been working on this during the day and calling various newspapers, hoping to get a result. But you also know that it's gonna take hours, in some cases, for any correspondent or reporter to get here because Montana is a big place. And you can't really count on the local paper reporting on this because they are probably in the hands of ABC, in the pockets of ABC like everybody else.
I've got one more annoying ass reporter to call.
Okay.
I wish to summon Dwight.
Oh my! Dwight.
Yes, I loathe the very act of doing so, but I feel like this might be the final push he needs to be a royal pain in the ass to ABC.
The Dwightster.
Please disappear.
Yes.
Please disappear.
Dwight. I wish to summon Dwight.
You are summoning Dwight.
What do I roll? Oh god, he's here! Fuck!
He's not here in person.
Okay, good. I was like, shit, I didn't mean to, like, actually summon him.
No, he's not here in person. He's
Good.
here by phone. He's here by electronic magic.
Good, okay, so there's, like, several miles between him and... Okay, good.
Yeah.
Good. Dwight, there's a big update.
He is always ready to answer your phone, so he will.
Dwight, there's been a big development.
Sarah, yeah, what's going on? What's going on out there, man?
There was an explosion at the plant last night.
An explosion at the plant?
Yeah, nobody's seen the night shift workers since when they entered the building.
What, everybody died?
I don't know. Nobody's been able to contact anyone on the inside, save for HR, but we don't even know if HR is actually in the building.
All right. Yeah, this is awesome. This is really cool. This is... Okay. So I'm going to have some questions to ask Director Turner when I get up next week then. Ha!
Yep.
I'm updating the paper here. I've been talking to Fiona. I think she likes this idea. It's going to work out, I'm pretty sure. But the difficulty is that I'm going to have to fund my own trip. It's not cheap to fly Frisco to... It's a long trip. But I'm willing to miss a few days of schoolwork for this.
Yep. This could be big. A big company polluting sacred land.
Absolutely, dude. This could be major. This could be the biggest thing we've ever had here.
Who knows how much of their biohazardous chemicals have been leaking into the lake the river nearby ever since the explosion. Nobody's been able to go in and make sure that everything's still running properly.
Yeah, no, I'm taking notes here. I'm taking notes.
No, yeah. I'm sorry.
You know.
I'm still so in shock. I was like camping and
an explosion.
And yeah.
Okay, so what time was the explosion, you think?
I was around 2. I was out camping and I woke up to the sound of the explosion and one of the buildings was on fire and there was just this column of smoke. And we packed up and got out of there because God knows what was released into the air, but...
Absolutely, I hear you.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Okay, this is awesome. I'm putting this down. Explosion at the plant, biohazard, toxic spills on native lands. This is dynamite. This is just great. This is...
Yeah, hopefully it gets to the right people and they'll be held accountable.
Awesome. Yeah, this is gonna be great. I've already booked the flight. I'll be up there. See you next weekend.
See you next week.
He thinks that he has a chance here to be Syra's hero. The hero with the glasses. Yeah.
I'm gonna bury him out in the desert.
Don't you fucking dare.
His chances for romance in his own mind are great. This is locked in. Boom.
His chances for death are off the charts, I'll tell you that.
I'm just saying.
I'm gonna take his phone, call his mom, and say, sorry, your son's not making it back home for dinner.
I'm just saying.
Oh my God.
Sarah prefers men that are useful. Women, it's really any woman, but men have to be useful.
There are some developments this evening in Browning, which you're going to find out not from Dwight because he's not there. He's far
Good.
away. But from Red Crow.
Banish him.
Yeah, he's been banished to wherever in San Francisco he is. I'm sure he's going out to a student pub tonight and he's going to be like talking to his bros and he's going to be like, oh, I'm going to freaking Montana next week. It's a huge gig and this is going to make our paper and it's going to be amazing. And even though I have to go on my own dime, yeah, this is because and she's amazing. This girl I met, she's so dedicated to the cause and to environmentalism and to the green in an actual native reservation. Can you believe it? Poor...
He probably doesn't even remember she's the toxicologist.
No, there's a lot of his own imaginations right now. Like she's a chem student or something, I think.
Oh my God.
Anyway.
He doesn't even know what kind of scientist she is. Pathetic.
He's dedicated to the flirt.
I'm just gonna be dedicated to the ground in a moment.
He arrests poor Dwight Johnson. He thought he had
will
a
not
shot
be
with
missed.
Gwin, but he got shot by Drystan.
With all of his new silver hollow points.
Hey, look, all I'm saying, you bury the pieces, I'll clean up the blood.
And I'll do that already. I'm just gonna drink it like it's.
Did you get like 1,100 rounds of 45 ammunition out of that green box?
Yeah, all silver, all hollow points.
All gonna end up in Dwight.
Wallace Redcrow will contact you again, Gwyn. It's a few hours later. He's been doing his thing. You've been doing yours, and he's on the other end of the line, is what I'm saying, Gwyn. And yeah, how are things going over there for you, Gwyn?
Good. We've contacted a few student papers and got a few interested responses.
That's gonna put a burr under their saddle, that's for sure. I think that's gonna be kicking the hornet's nest.
Yeah.
One good piece of news that I have
Sure.
is that apparently there are at least some people coming back from the plant.
Oh.
Some, not all.
Yeah.
Some. Who?
Rumor has it was some kind of situation. They're doing standard, they're doing biohazard protocol, they're doing exposure assessment or whatever, restricted access. There's family chatter about there might have been an incident. They don't know if there was an incident or not. But some are being released and some are not being released, apparently, depending on... It's very confusing because different families are telling me different things.
I want to point out that Fallas obviously does not like Ray Turner, but I think he's cool, man. This guy's he's on top of it.
He's a smooth talker. I can tell you that. Ray Turner is on the case, and
Now he's useful.
he is useful. Yes. Oh my God, are you gonna
How
start
much
dating Ray Turner?
Another
What is the
man
caffeine
shall go
content of
missing.
this guy's blood? What is the
Please
caffeine
date
content of
Rater.
this man's blood?
How many people must I disappear?
All of them.
There
Gonna
you
be
go.
prom night all
Everyone I
over
point my
again.
finger at, you've got to disappear,
Ray,
man.
Ray Turner is very good at convincing the locals that everything is. You don't have to worry too much. So apparently they're not trying to worry too much right now. Though it's very chaotic about which people have been released from the plant and which haven't. And Red Crow is like, I was thinking of swinging by Crystal Stone's house in about an hour or so. If she's being released, she should be home then. Give it another go. Maybe she has something to share about what's going on inside. What do you guys think?
Sounds good.
Are
Well,
you
I
coming
think
or are you not coming?
there was an issue last time.
Yeah, she
Lynn-
seems just.
Yeah, it didn't seem like she was willing to speak up when you were around, Detective.
Oh, that makes sense. Her boyfriend has had several run-ins with me specifically. Because he's a burglar.
Yes, and
So,
there might be a possibility that she doesn't know that you're not in ABC's pocket. Like, she could be assuming.
that's a fair point, and I would assume the same. So I'm not going to hold that against her.
Yeah.
Do you want to go and talk to her alone, then?
Sure.
Yeah, that might be better.
Very well. All right. Just keep me posted. I can be nearby, and if you need me, I'll come in, but I don't think she will give you a lot of trouble. She's not one of the big and burly fellas we have in town, is she? Are we going to a certain trailer in the outskirts of Browning, or are we waiting with doing that until later?
Going to a certain trailer on the outskirts of Browning.
Very well. Crystal Stone's trailer. It's the best place ever. It's the kind of home you dream of.
Terribly.
In your nightmares, maybe? I don't know.
Home's where the loved ones are. So if there's a cat in there, then yes.
Don't think there's a cat in there. Some empty
Then yes,
beer
I do have
bottles,
nightmares.
perhaps? But I don't think there's a cat.
See, what kind of home doesn't have a creature? A little cretin.
Exactly.
Oh, I don't know. Some people, in this case, Lynn Crystal Stone, apparently.
Shame.
Yeah, it is.
Is she home?
Let's see about that, shall we? I am just putting together her place here for absolutely no reason.
Oh.
Don't feel worried or anything. Like,
Oh, no.
Oh, anytime there's a map, I'm concerned.
Yeah.
why? I don't understand.
Because
That
that means I
means
need to
something
track where I
happened.
am.
Maybe.
And we don't even have Fallas here with a shotgun.
You don't, but you have Drystan here with whatever Drystan has. What does Drystan have with him?
His fists and silver hollow points, and that's all he needs.
It's a Saturday in Montana. You guys can get a shotgun in 20 minutes.
Yes,
Oh, wait.
you can.
Blair has
Definitely.
a shotgun, I think.
We can't even, but we can't get a Fallas anywhere on a Saturday in Montana.
Nope.
They shouldn't
nope,
say that.
You can't.
We don't have the dynamic duo, Phallus and his shotgun.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah.
true. On the other hand, you have Drystan, who has all the other guns. So you still have muscle on scene. You have your long slide. You have 3 different pistols.
Yeah, I have
Jesus
3.
Christ. Sorry, I'm just now looking over at his inventory. Good God, man, who are you trying to fight, Mothman?
Yes,
Everything.
he did in Glenridge. Remember? Do you remember how that
Gwyn
turned out?
doesn't know that.
No,
You
this
gonna
is true.
tell Gwyn you fought Mothman?
All right, I want you all to roll an alertness check, please.
Okay.
For no reason at all.
Steady one. Nope.
At least Gwyn is a little bit on her toes. There is someone inside the trailer. The lights are all out, so even though it's very late afternoon and people tend to starting their porch lights and whatnot, the lights are all out here. But you can see as you're driving close to, you're getting to the curb and you're parking, and you swear you could see a face in a window really momentarily that just disappears behind the drapes when you've parked your car.
Crystal
So I
and
guess-
Stone, we brought those drugs you ordered.
Shut up,
that
Fallas.
is
You're
the
drugged out of
best
your
way
mind
to-
in a lab somewhere.
He's on the good stuff.
He is on the good
Everywhere I
stuff.
go, I hear
There's
him.
No doubt that he's on the good stuff. So what do you want to do?
Knock on the door. And just say... I guess just say nothing, because I don't think I can say it doesn't sound suspicious. Do you have an idea?
Oh, the music changed. Oh no.
We need your help.
Hey, how was work?
Oh no.
Oh, she's about to leave out the back. We're gonna have to chase her ass.
Please roll an alertness check.
So
Yay.
sometimes.
Blair,
Get wrong.
not Gwyn.
Oh wow.
Tristan, definitely. Okay, you can hear someone trying to get out the window in the back.
Called it, and I'm just immediately going to start like walking back there, arms
Yeah,
crossed.
same.
I'm
Oh.
fucking bolting it. What are you talking about?
You're walking,
Yeah.
both of you? Okay, you're walking.
I'm actually
No.
gonna do like a jog, cause just go do a jog.
All right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Sarah's booking it.
Okay, Gwyn is booking it.
Can't let her get away. Yeah.
All right, roll an athletics check, please, for me, Gwyn.
Shut up.
What?
Oh.
Dang, she a track star.
Wow.
Okay. Okay.
What happens if another critical success happens?
Then, yeah. Gwyn, you are running out the back, and before you know it, you will notice that it is in fact not Lynn Crystal Stone. It's a man.
Oh.
Ugh.
And
Oh.
he is strong enough, built like a quarterback or something, and he is trying to run away from you. He's hit the ground as you're coming around, and as you see him, because he's looking into your face, you will, unfortunately, to your great horror, see that this man is dead, for lack of a better word. You've seen dead people before,
I'm a s-
right? You've done autopsies in a lab, haven't you?
We saw a
Lots
dead
of
guy
them,
a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
right? He is dead but walking. And roll sanity, Gwyn.
That's Zombo.
Oh god.
Oh, yes.
Oh god. Oh god. Oh god.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Insane.
Oh good. Oh good.
Nice. That's not bad at all. You don't actually lose any sanity from this at all.
It's
You know
not as
And you can run him
Frankenstein
down.
we could put him in though.
You know what? Frankenstein's her favorite book. She's been waiting for this for a while.
It is possible.
This cannot be worse than the Cooter Mobile.
This was right. It's a vampire.
That's a fair point. It cannot be worse than the Cooter. Oh my god. Folks,
never
these
living that
guys
down.
have seen some stuff. A zombie is just Tuesday for them. Or
Yep.
as it happens,
This is my
Friday.
new son now.
Gwyn,
Get the
you
extra
are...
papers.
What are you doing? Because you can raise him down, because you had a critical success on your athletics check, so...
I'm just gonna try to run him down. Wait, we just want to talk. We have
no.
some questions. Please help us.
Okay, roll persuade.
Fuck. Fuck.
Oh,
What?
Never mind.
yay.
Jesus, tap dancing, Christ.
Look, I really want to adopt Frankenstein here, okay?
Just don't be a homie.
Yeah, I want to
as
adopt
he
him.
turns around, stay away from me, man. Stay away from me. You can tell, like, he has changed his shirt, so you can't tell. But he's just, don't come any closer. Don't come any closer. And as you manage to make him stop and talk to you, I guess Blair and Drystan will catch up and see the dead man walking and roll sanity.
Attack my
He's been
minions.
walking though before.
Doesn't deserve
One
it.
very
Oh, thank
specific
God.
one, though.
That was a close one, wasn't it, Blair?
Oh,
Oh no. Oh.
Oh no, Drystan!
Insane.
Don't you fucking
Oh,
dare
don't-
try to shoot my boy. Don't you fucking dare.
Oh, he already went through enough, man.
Yeah, he already got
You
attacked
didn't
once.
hit your breaking point yet, Drystan. Yay! But fight, flight, or freeze?
flight.
Just freeze, bro. Just freeze, bro.
Just freeze,
Don't do
please.
nothing.
Do you
Don't
have
beat
a
him up.
coin?
He doesn't deserve it.
I can roll a 1d2 for you.
I need a coin for this.
Where?
Hold on.
Is it a silver hollow point coin?
It might be.
Just don't shoot my boy, please.
Let's flip it.
Poor guy.
Oh no.
Okay. We're going to freeze for now, but my hand is on my gun.
And I'm gonna hold mine out behind me straight at you, just in case.
Literal corpse.
My son, motherfucker.
Drystan,
Yeah.
your obsessive compulsiveness has just been triggered.
Oh.
So when you come out of your freeze mode, and you're like, your brain is just completely frozen. You're just staring at the impossibility of it all. This is impossible. This is a walking impossibility. Something in your head short circuits, because this is not supposed to be. I'm sure Blair realizes just how shocked Drystan is, because his face is just drained completely, and he goes even whiter than he already is. He's white as a sheet at this point, and just like his mouth might twitch a little, but not much more than that.
Yeah.
will say
Blair's
she's
just gonna keep an
probably-
eye on him.
There's probably a face of familiarity because of the thing that got
Oh.
Nate and what it
What?
used his body for. So he's just staring and whispering, "Not again. Not again. Why won't you leave me alone?"
Gwyn,
Still got my gun pointed at you, buckaroo.
Thomas is going to be genuinely surprised that you're pointing a gun at Drystan. He doesn't know any of your names, obviously, but this is not what he expected. So he's just going to stand
Yeah,
there holding out his hands,
you gun at him.
in front of him to ask you guys to back off. Just leave me alone. Where's Lynn? Where's Lynn?
We're looking for her too. We need her help. Some of our
Oh
friends
my
are
god.
stuck inside
Oh my
ABC.
god. They got her. Oh my god. They got her. Who are you guys? What are you looking for her? Are you with the company?
No, we're not. We got a package from you, actually, that
What?
contained it contained a severed fucking dog head, and we're just.
I ain't sent no fucking package.
I don't know what's going on, man. Look, our friends went in to try to figure out why the fuck we got a severed dog head that was still alive,
Fucking
and
seven.
now they're gone.
Jesus Christ. That was in the lab. That was from the lab.
Yeah, and everyone in town is refusing to help us, and now two of our friends are gone, and I don't know what the fuck is going on.
They got him, man. There was your friends? I saw
Yeah.
them last night. They came in. They busted me out.
Oh, God. they alive? Fuck.
I don't fucking know. I left. They shot me. They shot me, man.
We're not gonna shoot you. We're not gonna shoot you, I promise. I'll shoot him if he shoots you. Believe me.
What's going on? What's wrong with me? What's wrong with me, man? What's happened? You don't know.
I don't know.
You don't know what they did. Jesus Christ, you don't know what they did.
I don't know either, man, but fuck, we'll help you, okay? Look, you don't need to be afraid with us, with me. We don't know what's going on. Nobody else is going to help us. We just want to get our friends back.
You don't know what they did with Jake, man. You don't know what they did with Jake. This is horrible things with Jake. They cut him up. They cut him into little pieces. But he's still alive. And he's screaming this.
Oh.
Fuck.
This poor kid.
We're both fucking dead, but we're alive. You don't get it. I should be dead like twice now. There was some blue mist, man. Just blue mist. And then I choked on it. And then I woke up again.
Shit, mist? That shit's airborne?
What the fuck is airborne, man? It was a mist.
It's in the air?
It was a blue mist, and I breathed it in. It was supposed to be just a simple heist, man.
Jesus, fuck, dude. They're probably looking for all of us now. We should probably stay together. Fuck!
You only get grunts from him at this point.
Yeah, I think Sarah's having a bit of a breakdown too. Not like a full mental breakdown, but like a Jesus fucking Christ, the corpse mist is in the air.
Which is lovely. That's what we want, some airborne stuff, isn't it?
Yeah, we love it when the Unnatural doesn't have a definite shape or volume. Yeah, that's great. Shit, dude. Fuck, yeah.
I don't know. Jesus Christ. I'm fine, though. I'm fine. I don't know how I'm fine, but I'm fine. But, Jeff, where the fuck is Lynn, though? Where is she?
Okay, dude, I think we're all at the point where we can start confessing shit. And we might be able to go in there and help her. But...
I just killed someone. I just fucking killed someone.
Yeah. Guys, shit, dude. We might have some connections that might be able to help us get inside and get her back. So, we might all want to stick together. Yeah.
Okay. Do you know Lynn?
We met her briefly, but she was suspicious of us, so we didn't really get any more information than just she worked there and was on the night shift.
Okay. She's fine.
When we saw her, yeah, she was fine. We don't know anything beyond that.
No, she's still there. She's not gonna be fine. They're gonna get her. We need to get her. How do we get her? We can't get in there. It's just guards everywhere. They fucking kill you, man.
We can call some people.
And then you end up in the lab. And they do horrible shit like Jake. He was in pieces.
We can call some people. We can see what they can do. Okay? But it might not be safe to stick around here. If the people at ABC know she lives here, they might be coming by to try to make it look like she left voluntarily. Yeah. We don't have a safe house or anything, but, like, we have a motel room, and they don't know we're there.
This is a perfect time for Gwin, Drystan, and Blair. Drystan not, because he's still frozen. But Blair and Gwin to roll an alertness check.
Oh no. Oh, thank God.
Isn't that a car slowly rolling towards Lynn's house, stopping about half a block away, but there are people inside it?
Oh no.
Shit, dude. Okay, here we go. Everyone get in the car. We're gonna go back to the hotel, now.
They will be able to see you if you go to the car.
Okay, shit, guys, we're just gonna start driving, okay? Get in the car.
Oh, okay. Well then, You all get in the car and you start. Who's driving the vehicle? Drystan? By now, as you get into the actual car, you're no longer frozen.
And still on gun.
Tristan, hand me your firearm.
No.
You are not.
No.
You are not.
Last time I saw something like him, it tore open Nate and wore him like a suit for prom, and it banged against my door and wanted to eat me. No. If he steps a foot out of line, he's being put down like any other unnatural.
He's a
What the
kid.
fuck are you
for
talking
the love
about,
of God.
dude?
He's not anything anymore.
I'm
Just
doing right
driving.
here, dude. I'm
Shut the
okay.
fuck up.
I was okay. Jake got fucked up, but
You're
I'm
a walking
okay.
corpse. You don't get to talk.
Tristan,
now.
shut the fuck up. Get in the shotgun.
I
and I-
already am.
Okay.
Oh my god, that is great
Oh,
driving
no.
skills. Yeah.
The fuck said you were allowed to drive, dipshit?
He doesn't care. He's just immediately going and driving.
That
Oh my
turns
His
God.
out,
hands are on the wheel than on his gun.
yeah,
Yeah, and
you
I've
are
got my gun
stepping
to
on
your
it
head
here.
if you try pulling some shit.
And we have a car chase, folks. And as you are driving, the other car starts as well. And it is, in fact, going to close the distance and cut you off. It just passes you by and comes to a screeching halt right in front of you. 'Cause you failed the driving check.
Yo, hide in the hide in the truck. Hide in the trunk, bro. We're gonna steal Frankenstein.
So, who is gonna do what? Out of the car in front of you will come two people. They are dressed in civilian clothes. And there's the third one sitting behind in the driver's seat. Alertness check, everyone. Drystan and Blair, they're packing.
Oh no.
Lovely.
Yo, iron shirt. Hide in the truck iron shirt.
People are
Iron shirt.
Iron Shirt will just duck down
Yeah, duck,
in
bro.
the back seat as well as he possibly can. Though, if anyone looks inside your vehicle, they're gonna spot him. So they're gonna take one side each, even as your escape is. It's a civilian vehicle, as far as you can tell, and they're gonna be showing you a badge and a knock on the window, and on the badge it says ABC.
Oh lord.
I'm firing. They're not taking
Oh
my
my
fucking
god,
boy.
you are in a residential neighborhood right now, Gwyn.
They're not taking my fucking boy!
That's just
Oh my
From
God.
Natural attachment to that thing.
Oh, come on. It's an
That's
adorable
just-
little
You're
corpse.
pointing a gun at me.
Okay,
Because you're threatening
so
our son.
Formation
That
here
thing
is
is a monster.
Drystan is driving. Who's shotgun?
Me.
Okay. Cackle. I heard that cackle. That was a definite cackle.
Does Thomas still have a gun?
Does who? Drystan?
Does Thomas still have a gun?
Thomas.
Talbot?
Thomas doesn't have a
Oh,
gun.
Thomas, yeah.
Why would he?
Wait,
have a
no.
gun?
Oh, Phallus
Oh,
gave him a
yeah,
gun.
no, but
He unloaded
must
the
have
entire
dropped it
mag.
during yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Then Blair is gonna hand him a shotgun.
Oh my god.
Oh
Okay.
yes! Arm the Frankenstein! Arm him!
Get him!
I'm surrounded by idiots.
We
You
will
have
lead a
to admit.
revolution.
You have to admit, he is a very handy corpse.
I could have handed him one of my pistols, or you could have stolen one of my pistols, but no. You
Well,
decided
do
to
you want
hand
him
him
to
a
have-
fucking shotgun.
I
Well,
think
do you
well,
want
should
Blair
vote-
to have the shotgun or? a
No,
pistol?
let him keep the shotgun. This is gonna be fun.
Tristan, what are you doing as this guy is tapping on the window?
I see the ABC thing.
Yeah. And you
Uh,
also know that he has a pistol. It's under the jacket, it's in a holster, and the hand is going towards it.
Yep. At first, I'm just going to give a little smile, and then I'm going to shoot him.
Through the window.
Yeah,
Do the
no, I'm
window.
gonna roll down my window and say,
Yeah, and then
"How
bang.
you doing?" Smile for the flash, and then I'm gonna pull the trigger.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
All right, you have your pistol, and it's a +20 for being a point-blank range. Here we go. That is a hit.
Huh?
The entire neighborhood will hear this. On the other hand, shooting in this neighborhood might not be. It's gonna be rare.
Oh, you gotta be fucking.
Oh.
You just grazed the guard. The guard is very happy that you just grazed him.
Please just get rid of them.
Am I able to now bash him with my car door so that way I can get out?
Nope.
I think that's next turn.
Okay, got it.
Blair, you're handing a gun to Thomas?
Yep, handing my shotgun, because I still have a pistol for myself at least.
Very well. A shotgun to him. He's, huh? You crazy?
Yes.
What
You need
I'm
some way to defend
saying.
yourself.
Protect yourself by
You don't have to
Like-
fire, but if they get close,
he's lying
then
there,
fire.
just like holding it. I guess that is your action. Yeah, this security guard, there was a shot fired, so he's gonna shoot and ask a question. He's gonna shoot you in self-defense and ask questions later, which means, Gwyn, that he's shooting you at point-blank range.
Me?
Yes!
The fuck
Oh no.
did I do?
This is what you
Oh
get
no,
for
wait,
pointing a
no,
gun
he's
at me.
not, because Drystan was the one shooting, so he's gonna just take out his gun and just drop the gun, drop it now!
Oh, the guard. Sorry, I thought you meant Iron Shirt. I was like,
No,
the fuck
I'm
did
talking
we
about the
do
guard.
to him?
Yeah, so he's just taking out the gun and just drop it now. Wait a minute, he's not well trained. He's a security guard. Of course he's shooting. This is the sloppy guys. They're trained to. This is self-defense.
Okay, somebody punch him before he shoots you and kills you all.
Yeah, we'll see how that goes. Wow!
He get
What? Oh, yay!
Oh!
Holy crap.
99.
Oh my lord! Oh my god. He shot himself. Oh my god.
He manages to hurt himself instead of shooting you.
Oh my god.
Good.
He managed to somehow, he's fumbling with the gun and the action slaps really hard over his hand, making him bleed from the hand. I don't know how he managed to pull that one off. It's like a Garan thumb times 1,000, and he's
I was just
just fumbling with the gun, and it's gonna be on the ground or something, and it's shit.
just shit.
Yep. But the other guy is going to respond to your shooting, Tristan. And unfortunately, you didn't put him down when you had the chance.
Okay.
Oh, of course.
But it's not a critical success, so you're not
Oh.
fucked.
1 HP.
Tristan is at 1 HP.
Should've just left that
Which
fucking
means-
corpse there.
That
Shut up. We've been
Tristan
caught, I
is
think.
unconscious.
I'm joking.
Bam! Oof.
Oh.
Yep. Thomas is hearing a bunch of gunshots. There is,
If
you
I
know,
die.
yeah, he's actually scared, which is normal, I think. So he's just gonna duck and hope that he doesn't get hit by anything. Though, let's see now. He is also do. Hold on. There we go. Yeah, he is not going to, in fact, be scared that way. He is instead gonna Rah! And just runs out of the vehicle in a frenzying
Oh my God.
rage and just attacks this guy.
Oh.
Hell
okay.
yeah. That's my
I
boy.
thought he was fleeing.
No, not this time. This time he is just absolutely losing it the other way. Where is that? Where do I have the... There. Please. There we go. That's what I was looking for. He misses by that much. The guard will see him do this and will have to roll sanity because he's being attacked by a literal zombie. But he's okay, apparently.
Aw.
Yeah. You have a zombie friend. Me and my zombie friend.
Yeah.
Gwin, you're finally up. Tristan is lying in the driver's seat, slumped over. Thomas Ironshirt has gone berserk. What are you gonna do?
You know what? Nobody gets to shoot Drystan other than her. She's shooting she's shooting the guard who shot him.
Very well. It would have been plus 20 for point blank, but you're shooting across Tristan through a window, so I'm gonna remove the plus 20 to give you a normal.
Got it. Alright.
You shoot, you miss. The round goes somewhere, potentially out your windscreen. It's just not gonna be a hit. Tristan, unfortunately, can't do anything. Blair, what are you gonna do?
Does Drystan need immediate medical attention, or can it wait a
It
bit?
can wait. You don't know. but
Okay.
Yeah, he is just slumped over, so you have no idea. There's a lot
Well, I
of
don't
blood in
think-
the car right now. Tristan's.
I don't think she could really treat him right now anyway, given she's in the back seat and
This is true.
there's somebody shooting at the car, and yeah.
Yeah.
You said there was 2 guards and there's one on the other side, right?
Yep. One on your side and one
Oh,
on the
wait.
other side.
Oh. Then I'm just gonna roll down by window and shoot the one on my side.
Okay. You get a plus 20 because it's that close. I think he
Okay.
should move now. I think he should move away from this general vicinity because this is not a good place to be.
Oh my god.
You good? Okay.
Blair
Think that
is
worked?
shooting and hitting.
Oh, it worked. Okay.
Will you actually
Where?
put him down?
There it is. No!
God damn.
Wow.
Ah,
Two ones.
that's ridiculous.
Oh,
Lots of grazing shots here. Just
oh, come on.
his clothes are being ripped up and you're not getting a clean hit.
Surely this isn't worth dying for.
Okay, I think this guy is going to try to shoot Thomas Ironshirt in the face because this is not so good.
Oh, he's
place
not
to
gonna
be.
die. He's
Yeah.
fine. He's not gonna die. He's friendly.
No, my boy!
Disrespectful.
He'll be fine.
He got a hole blown in his chest and he's still walking. He'll be fine.
Oh, yeah. I forgot.
That's a hit.
Oh
That's
my
a lot of
lord.
damage.
Can Flex tape put this back together?
Maybe. He's shot in the face, basically.
He can fix it. Nothing
And,
so plastic surgery won't
Blair, you can see. No, none of you can see, but he's shot in the face. There's blood and ichor on the ground.
fix. Disgusting.
Yep. This
Should've killed
guy
him.
is gonna start backing away because there's a lot of fire coming his way. You know what? I'm just gonna have him run away and hide behind their own vehicle. That's what I'm doing. So he's running away from close proximity and not shooting this time. Thomas will still try to bash this other guy. Because why
Please.
not? I feel like it really counts as a club though, because he's using the shotgun as a club instead of using it as a. So I'm gonna roll damage that way.
Ooh. Oh.
Nice.
Ow. Yeah, he just punches the guy with a shotgun as a club and just whacks him over the face. He stumbles backwards. He's taken aback by the ferocity of the attack. Gwyn, what are you gonna do?
She's gonna lean out her window and shoot the dude that Iron Shirt just clubbed. Is that a plus 20?
That is definitely a
on
plus
her
20,
side?
yes.
Okay. Just
Well,
barely.
that's a hit!
Ooh.
Just barely. Oh my god, he's gonna go down, isn't he? You are terrible at rolling damage.
Roll your
What?
damage? Jesus, tap dancing
This is
Christ.
1, 1, and 2. You're all terrible at rolling damage, is all I have to say about this.
Oh my god.
That's why we have Iron Shirt.
I guess it is. Drystan is still deeply asleep, actually unconscious. Blair, what do you want to do?
Is the other guy completely covered, or would it just be a minus to try to shoot?
I'd say a minus 20.
Okay. Yeah, I'll take the minus 20 odds.
You're
Okay.
definitely going to keep him from popping his head up, that's for sure. This guy is now running away, and they are basically both getting in the car. Go! Holy shit, go! And yeah, they are going. You're going to see Thomas Ironshirt run after them. He's not fast enough to catch up with the vehicle, but he's running until his rage ends, and he's screaming, and there's going to be people around here who are looking out the windows,
Oh, no.
looking out the... Because he's screaming, and there were shots fired, and police will be coming to the scene sooner or later, so by the time you catch up with Thomas Ironshirt, Blair, do you want to do a first aid check on Drystan?
Yeah,
I have
immediately.
a feeling you want to do that, yeah.
Here comes the failure.
You will be able to
Nope.
tell that he's not in immediate danger of dying, so... Because he did have 1 hit point left, so...
Can we like move Drystan to the
Yeah, swap it
Drystan?
out.
Yeah, swap him with Iron Shirt for the passenger seat, and Sarah will just drive back to the motel.
Very well.
Yeah.
The neighborhood will be having an excellent description of all of you.
Right.
Except maybe Drystan.
Might want to drive out of town to a different motel.
Yeah.
That is a distinct
Yeah.
possibility, yes. Because right
Yeah,
now,
let's-
you guys are wanted for assault and attempted murder.
Yeah,
in,
different town
in
over.
Browning, Montana. I think Red Crow is gonna call you guys. That's just makes sense here. Drystan, can you please roll a constitution check for me?
I can certainly try. Constitution is
That's under statistics.
statistics. Got it right here.
Look
Come on.
at that. Which statistic do you want to lower? By 7.
By 7?
If we're really
Or is-
nice, we go with power because you're only down to 5 on power. So you can only lose 2 more. If we're really mean, we go with strength or dexterity.
Maybe intelligence?
I don't really use it for anything.
Yeah, we've got a bunch of other intelligence spells. Oh, I'm sorry.
Sorry, I'm consulting my advisor here.
Hello.
Yeah. I can roll a d6 as well if I want to be cool.
No! Int it is. We have a bunch of in-phase, at least most in-phase characters, so it should be fine, hopefully.
Okay, intelligence 3. You were clearly brain damaged from that shot.
Do you have any ibuprofen?
I had a-
Yeah.
Also, since you were shot and reduced to 2 hit points or fewer, I want you to roll a sanity check, Jared. Just to...
Oh, lovely. Lovely.
Um,
Jesus, tap.
Today is not a good day, my
Can
man.
I just
Oh
end
my
it all,
God.
please?
Nah, you gotta stay to raise our undead son.
No.
Okay, that is another 6 sanity lost. But you're unconscious,
Nice
so
to
you're
know.
not gonna. Oh, and now you have gone into past your breaking point. So we're gonna get
Nice
you
to
another
know.
disorder.
Of
This
course.
is going great. This is going great. Roll a d4 to fix for the band-aid, Blair.
Oh, okay. Oh, thank God.
That's something. He's gonna wake up under your treatment. Everything is great and dandy and not a problem at all. It's gonna be a while, I guess, before, because, you know, they're gonna have to collect witness statements and everything, so you can count with a few hours before phantom sketches and things like that come out regarding Blair and Gwyn at the very least. Tristan, I don't think anybody gonna... So, let's see now. You were in the car, and then you switched... Thomas will definitely get a phantom sketch. Gwyn, and because you switched the driver's seat with Drystan, and you did first aid in situ, though I have a feeling maybe you did it in the back seat of the car?
Yeah, Blair would have done it in the backseat.
So Gwyn might be the other one who gets ID'd. I'm gonna say like this. Gwyn and Blair, why don't you each roll a luck check? If you succeed with it, they might not have enough of a description or conflicting descriptions.
Oh, no. Ah!
They
Oh no,
definitely
we
have
saw a
you nailed.
generic white woman.
Can we call it here, please? I think we had enough session for
No.
tonight.
Shut up. Shut the fuck up.
Meanwhile, Cal and Fallas, you are still in your hospital beds, as far as that goes. The good news is you are actually being cared for here. You're in a hospital or aid station. It's not a hospital, it's an aid station with extensive tools and medicines. You would have to stay here for a week for them to actually roll to recover hit points for you. But you are, ironically, in a safe place with proper food and water. So I'm going to allow both of you to roll a constitution check to recover a hit point. Fallas and Morrigan.
Hold on. I'm very calm.
Look at that! Both of you pass. Good work.
I'm very constitution.
You are very constitutioned, and you're both going to recover a hit point because of the treatment. I'm not going to say that the pain is any less at the moment, but I am going to say that there's clotting, there is healing going on. The body's doing what it's supposed to do in this strangely safe place. You're even going to get some food brought in to you, though I think someone is going to actually feed you because they don't trust you to remove... They're not going to remove your straps. And that one person is going to be this guy again. And he's just giving you a spoonful of something creamy and easy to swallow. There's no chewing involved here. It's just pureed stuff or yogurt, something like that, just to get your energy back. And he's going to whisper, "Just be patient. I'll keep you alive." Any comments
Two
there,
blinks.
Fallas, Morrigan?
2 blinks.
Two
What was that?
blinks.
Links?
2 blinks.
Okay, 2 blinks. Good. I can't help you with the restraints because you can see me.
If you can slip something in my hand.
Yeah, he'll nod. I'll try to. I'll try to. Okay, he's gonna roll a dexterity check. I don't know, like, he's gonna ask what, because he doesn't know what you need.
So, do the restraints have some sort of mechanism, or are they just heightened? Would I even be able to lockpick, essentially, if I got something?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I can see before me a Sarah Connor Terminator 2 situation.
Something thin.
Yeah.
To pick the lock.
Yeah. Okay. Shh. Yeah, he'll nod. Let's see if he can slip you something without being noticed.
I guess I'll try to assist with the distraction.
If you succeed with the distraction, he will in fact have a plus 20 and will therefore succeed with this check.
Okay.
Otherwise, you're hopped.
Guard, change my bedpan.
Oh my lord.
Which is fair enough.
I'm about to overflow. And they
Oh
fed
my
me
lord.
asparagus yesterday.
Okay, I'm sorry. With that critical success on the part of the guard, he's gonna be like, what the heck's going on here? What the fuck are you doing, Doc? Those restraints are supposed to be... Don't even touch them. The doctor is... Jesus Christ! I'm just checking his pulse, man. I'm just checking his pulse. He gets away with it, apparently. He's just checking the pulse.
Hold on, 0-1 over here, bro.
Yeah, that was the guard, unfortunately. So you are not slipped something this time. The guard was too much on his toes. But Dr. Crisp will adjust the drip to change the dosage of morphine, because he wants you to be clear in the head, even though it's going to be painful. So in a few hours' time, the morphine will start wearing off, and you guys will no longer be woozy in the head. And that could very well change things for you in a very fundamental way. But we won't find out how until next week, when we get to episode 10 of this long story. We're not even done with the Friday yet, you guys. I don't know what's...
It should be Saturday at this point, though, right?
This is insane. You haven't even been in town for a week yet.
You're already shooting up the place.
And you're already shooting up the place.
Hey, it's not my fault they shot Drystan and Iron Shirt. I was just reacting to the threat to my family.
You told me to shoot.
I was reacting to the threat to my family.
Conflicting reports about who shot first.
Look,
but because
is it my...
ABC is in the pocket, has the tribal police in its pocket, they're gonna go after you first before they go after ABC guards. Not that the ABC guards have any license to shoot people in the streets. They're not law enforcement. They can defend themselves. They have license to carry. This is Montana, after all. Everybody can carry a gun. But yeah, if it's their word against yours, the judge and jury and so on will probably go with their word.
Look, all I'm saying is that my husband and my little itty bitty son were threatened by the ABC. Sorry,
I hear
the
you.
voice.
You'll have to convince the judge when the time comes. We
But
will
it's
find
like
out
before-
in another week, you guys. Thank you for tuning in. Remember, say subscribe, follow, and all the things so you can stay in contact with ASO.